A heated debate over Jamaica's stance on the Palestinian crisis erupted in Parliament last week. The controversy has extended into a new week, with the Jamaica Left Alliance for National Democracy and Socialism, JAMAICA LANDS, adding to the discussion, seeking clarity on the PNP's level of commitment to the cause. Here's more from Ramon.
State Minister for Foreign Affairs, Terrelonge, and opposition spokesperson on Foreign and Regional Affairs, Dr. Burke, clashed in Parliament last week over Jamaica's stance on Palestine. Speaking at Gordon House, Dr. Burke condemned the government's abstention from a United Nations General Assembly vote calling for a ceasefire in Gaza last year. In response, an irate Terrelonge accused the opposition member of being disingenuous.
Most of us, many of us, were absolutely stunned and collectively embarrassed when Jamaica ducked the vote before the UN Assembly for a humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza on the 28th of October 2023.
Mr. Speaker, the presenter is misleading.
Deputy House Speaker Roy Clark tried desperately to abate tempers. However, not even muting microphones could halt the heated exchange across the aisle. The conversation has spilled over into a new week, with at least one extra-parliamentary party, Jamaica Left Alliance for National Democracy and Socialism, JAMAICA LANDS, now joining the conversation. The movement has organized two of the most high-profile local protests on Palestine in recent months. JAMAICA LAND's first chairman, Christophe Sigon, says neither the opposition's or the government's stance on the crisis was admirable to begin with.
So in 2021, the opposition had come out with a statement with some both sides arguments that we rejected and publicly criticized them for. The position that we criticized that they had in 2021 was a both sides position, and after we criticized them, they released a pro-Palestine position. The government's improved position is a both sides position as opposed to a pro-Israel position. What the government has improved to is what the PNP is coming from.
While the PNP's position has evolved past the two-state solution, the government's stance has remained unchanged.
The government itself claims that it supports a two-state solution, but it was saying that last year and only decided to recognize Palestine this year. Palestine is an easy entryway for persons to be more critical of imperialism, the same system that is enabling the genocide in the DR Congo and the genocide in Sudan. In all of these countries, they are also in solidarity with Palestine.
Sigon says that should the PNP wish to make a more meaningful contribution to the debate on Palestine, it must first clarify where it stands on a few things.
Number one is disclosure of state deals with Israel. So any deals or agreements or contracts that our government has with either the Israeli government or any Israeli companies, we want to know the details of those. The second demand is the official condemnation of Israel's actions, not just expressing concern. We want specifics. Number three, we want them to break ties with Israel.
Until those requests are realized, Dr. Burke is calling for more consideration for Gaza.
Crises develop and people die, not because of big conflicts, but because nobody cares. And so today, I am reminded as well of the importance of our collective actions and care for those affected by this conflict. And this is why, as Jamaicans, we must care.
Ramon for CVM News.